If you notice carefully, you might see thoughts of incomplete tasks that you kept in your backlog, that keep coming to your mind even after you've moved on to other things. So when does this happen? This happens when you start something but don't finish it. These thoughts make you want to go back and finish the tasks that you have kept in the backlog. That is why you keep returning to that captivating book. Or the reason you want to keep playing video games till you succeed. In short, this whole effect on your mind is due to the Zegarnik effect. A classic example of this is when you just can't keep yourself from thinking about what's gonna happen in your favorite Netflix series. Dramas and soap operas both exploit this effect. Even if the episode may be over, the narrative is not. Because of the Zeigarnik effect, viewers who are left on a cliffhanger will remember to watch the episode next time to find out what actually happens. Not only this, the Zeigarnik effect had an influence on you as well, while you were in school. You presumably have a good memory of the material you were studying prior to the exam. However, after an exam, most of the students struggle to recall all the information they had studied prior. It feels as if all the information has been flushed out of your brain, since you no longer have any use for it right away. How was the Zeigarnik effect discovered? An eminent theorist, Kurt Lewin's student, a Russian psychologist named Bluma Zegarnik, was the first to notice and describe the effect. She observed that the servers in a crowded Vienna restaurant remembered unpaid orders more clearly. The servers, however, found it challenging to recall the specifics of the orders after the bill had been paid. Research by Zeigarnik. In a series of trials, subjects were given straightforward assignments like stringing beads onto a string, assembling puzzles, or working out math problems. Half of the subjects were stopped throughout these assignments. Zegarnik asked participants to explain their recent projects after an hour had passed. She found that those who were interrupted while working were more likely to recall what they had been doing than those who had finished the tasks. In a further experiment, she discovered that adult participants were able to recall the incomplete activities 90% more frequently than they could recall the completed tasks. Zeigarnik's early studies were published in year 1927, with the title on Finished and Unfinished Tasks. How does the Zeigarnik effect work? There are constraints on the capacity and duration of short-term memory. In most cases, we are only able to hold a finite amount of information in our memory, and even then, we must repeatedly practice the material in order to retain it. It takes a lot of mental work to do this. It's not surprising that the more information you are trying to retain in your short-term memory, the more effort it takes to make it stick around. For instance, waiters need to recall numerous specifics about the tables they are serving. They need to be able to recall the orders that were placed as well as the drinks that were ordered till the customers they are serving have finished their meals. How can we use the Zeigarnik effect to our advantage? The Zeigarnik effect is more than simply a fascinating finding about how the brain functions, it also has real-world applications. Even better, you can benefit from this psychological phenomenon. You could think that the ideal strategy for achieving a goal is to complete a task. Instead, the Zeigarnik effect argues that being stopped while working on a task can help you recall it better. If you are a student, then the next point is especially for you. How to use the Zeigarnik effect effectively in your studies. Instead of trying to cram everything in the night before the exam, split up your study sessions if you're preparing for one. This will make you more likely to remember the material on test day, if you study the material in little chunks. Momentary interruptions may help you remember something vital, if you are having trouble doing so. Review the content a few times before taking a break, rather than simply repeating it over and over. You'll find yourself mentally returning to the material you were studying, when you are actually diverted from it while taking a break. That's unexpected, but accurate. Do give it a shot. Please like the video if you found the content interesting, and subscribe to our channel Explified.